Mixing is fun. I am your host, LaMarr Funn, and today we are going to be making vegan tortilla soup with our trusty Vitamix, my favorite machine. I call this my best friend. I love this machine, and you are going to love it too. But we are going to show you how you can use the Vitamix today as a food processor, and how to clean your body and use the Vitamix as a lifestyle, which is how I look at it. So let's first talk about the ingredients that we're going to be using in our Vitamix. First, we have carrots, and carrots, as we know, are excellent for your eyes. That color, very good for your health, the beta carotene. We're going to take about 3 garlic cloves, which gives it a nice spicy aroma, if you will. Then we have a pearl onion, okay? We're also going to be using spinach, which is a superfood. I love, love, love spinach. It is very high in calcium, as well as it is an excellent source of protein. A lot of people don't know that. We're also going to be using a tomato for my vegan tortilla soup, and the tomato is excellent in lycopene, which assists in preventing abnormal cell growth, rather. So that's our tomato. We're also going to be using organic black beans and corn, which I got in my little cute Tom and Jerry glass. And we're going to have an avocado, which is healthy fat. It's going to give it a nice smooth texture. I love the avocado. Okay, it smells good. And because this is a vegan tortilla soup, we're going to be using a vegetable bouillon cube that's going to add to the flavor. And last but not least, we're going to be using some tortilla chips. Excellent. Okay? So let's get started. First, I'm going to show you how to use our machine as a processor, and I'm going to be giving you a little bit more added information about the Vitamix as we go. So here we have our top. We're just going to take our lid off, and this right here is called the tamper, and the tamper assists us while we're making whatever it may be. With our Vitamix, we can make soup, which is what we're making right now. We can also make ice cream and, of course, delicious smoothies. But for this orientation, we're going to do a delicious soup, as we said. So the first thing I want to put in here are a small handful of carrots. All right? We're going to drop in our garlic cloves. Isn't that awesome? We're also going to put in our pearl onion. And one last thing. So we're also going to put in a stalk of celery, which is excellent for our digestive tract. Alright, so right now, what I like to do with our celery, we just drop that in there, okay? And we're also going to put in our tomato. So as it stands right here, we have what would kind of be equivalent to a dip that we call salsa, okay? So this is how we're going to use our machine as a food processor. So here we have our on and off button, and we have our variable, and we make sure that everything is turned down low because this is our dial. So this is low and this is low, and then we have this up high once we flip this switch. So right now we're going to put it on. Alright, so what's happening right now is we're using this as a food processor, and we take our tamper and we just kind of go on all 4 sides here, just pressing it down on the sides to make sure that that food is getting to the blade. And you can smell it from here. If you were with me right now, you can smell the aroma, mostly the garlic, but the combination of the celery, the garlic, and the carrots, it just smells so good, nice and fresh. And this is how you have a dip. Sometimes I like to make hummus with my Vitamix. You can make a mango salsa dip. Everything is fresh and you know where the food came from. Perfect for parties or just a midnight watching of a movie. Okay? So I'm just going to turn that off just so I can show you our awesome food processor, okay? So now you no longer need a food processor should you get a Vitamix. One thing about the Vitamix, it was created in 1921 and perfected by 1939 by Papa, as he was affectionately called. Turn that back on here, okay? So the Vitamix, as I shared with you before, was created in 1921. And what you need to know about this machine is it has 240 horsepower and it has 38,000 RPMs, which is equivalent to a lawnmower. So that is really, really important to know. Alright, so the next thing we want to do here is we want to just lift up our lid, if you will, and we're going to pour in our hot water, if you like, okay? Then we take our tamper out, place this down, and we're going to let our machine run on high for about 5 minutes, okay? And in 5 minutes, after I drop in one of our main ingredients, which is our vegetable bouillon cube here, that's very important. Don't want to leave that out. So we're going to let this run for 5 minutes on high, like so. So we let that run for about 5 minutes, alright? And what we want to do is we're going to take off our lid altogether and check out the steam that's coming off of that. Oh my goodness, it smells so very, very good. Now I took our lid off, which is what we had in place while it was running for 5 minutes, alright? And what we're going to do right now is we're going to pour in our organic beans and corn. And we just put that in the top if you like. You can open the lid too, it's not a problem. And while it runs low, we're pretty safe. And I'm going to place the avocado in there. Excellent. Like I said, for a healthy heart, avocado is excellent for you. And while it's running low, we're going to take some of our superfood of the spinach. And this is going to give it a wonderful texture, which is why we have it on the lowest variable. And now I'm going to take some tortilla chips. Just open up the top, it's not a problem. I don't like to crunch those up. And what's going to happen is it's going to have an excellent texture. We're just going to let that run a little bit. That's it. So let's see how awesome this is going to be. Alright. So this is our delicious vegan tortilla soup. There's that right there. Oh, that is just so deliciously healthy for you. And I'm just going to take a taste test on behalf of all of you watching out there. And see how awesome this is? Look at that. You can see the corn, the spinach. The reason why we have the variable on low is because we don't want to emulsify the spinach. But this is great. Perfect. Restaurant quality. Excellent. Now in some cases people like to add sea salt or a red pepper. But I kind of did this my way. A red pepper would have been great to add to it. And or cumin, that you can use in place of the vegetable bouillon cube. A few different ways to do it, but this is my vegan tortilla soup. This is very, very, very good. So here is to cheers to your health, and thank you for Vitamixing with Fun. This is really good. We need to have some of those. Come back and join me next time.